in the first half yet, and goals have started flowing. What has changed for both sides? What do you reckon?
I think for Guy Khobby, it's been clear. It's a little bit more decisive in the area. Another finesse this time coming from the right hand side. Always this year, finesses are extremely dangerous. If you've played any version of FC26, you know how important finesse is.
Just going to ask about finesses. I was just going to think they have been nerfed, but it looks like they still look like a very dangerous tool to have in your arsenal.
Well, they are indeed a very huge threat, by the way. Like this year, everybody's calling the finesse playstyle plus the best playstyle in the game right now. So it's not surprising that both of the guys are actually trying to utilize it to their advantage. Guy Khobby pushing as you end a throw in a promising position. There he goes on the byline, looking for the cutback, and will almost did materialize into something that he would have definitely loved. 5 minutes to go.
The cutback has been, or it possibly still is, the very most easiest and dangerous way to get goals in. What do you reckon?
I think it's always something that has always been passed down from generation to generation in FC. Like if you take the back in the days, FIFA 18 or FIFA 19, the cutback has always been a move that if you steady and you really get down to it, you could always cause problems within any version of FC that you play.
God!
Wow. Well, this guy really came here to put on a show. He's broken out Guy Khobby down a couple of times that you've just got to nod your head to. And Vespa can bear with me. Guy Khobby, when we speak about all-time defenses, he's definitely up there with the very best. So if On God is doing this to him, you have to know On God is very, very good.
Well, it looks like we've got a name that is going to be possibly drafted into the Hall of Fame in no time if he is able to keep up with performances like these. But tell me, when you made that trip to Kumasi, did he come out victorious?
Yeah, he did play extremely well. I believe VGA Grid Lines Phase 3. He did play extremely well. He got a qualifying slot because on that day it was 4 Kumasi players.
So he's been graded.
He has been graded. Confirmed now. He has been graded.
Lovely.
He did play extremely well. I mean, he played in that final of the Grid Lines Phase 3 against Padia, who, of course, right now Padia is looking like he's the best player from Kumasi.
Hey, Padia.
He took him all the way to... Yeah, he did. Names D. He took him all the way to penalties. Unfortunately for God, it wasn't lucky on the day, and Padia was able to get the win. But I think just with that performance, he has put his name in the limelight now, and with what he's doing,
that is still scaring the Nigerians. So them are back.
Well, for the Nigerians, ever since I have come to Nigeria, they're still confident that they'll be able to beat us, and the return leg is happening this year in Nigeria. So if we're able to do it for both legs, then
let them bring it on. World Cup participants versus the AFCON.
For sure, we'll always be there.
Is it on the turfs of Nigeria, or are they coming back to Ghana again for?
Yeah, we are definitely going to Nigeria for this one. I think them playing in Ghana for the first time is only right that we also go to Nigeria for this one. At least
go worry you.
First they say
adjust to the Niger jollof, but you've been there. Tell us what's the difference between the jollof, that whole jollof battle.
Oh, I mean, I think it will be a no-brainer for me if you're asking which one is better. I'd still say Ghana jollof. I just think Nigeria love their spices. Like any type of food that you go from Nigeria, I think their spice is crazy.
The spice queens and queens, Charlie.
Yeah, their spice is crazy. But for their jollof, I think they use a different type of rice as compared to ours.
Yes,
I heard people call it parboiled rice or something like that. Yeah, so the taste is kind of different. Well, I definitely still prefer Ghana's rice all day. But yeah, that's a little bit of the Ghana-Niger beef that we've got going on. This year, I believe Ghana vs Nigeria LAN event will be coming off live. And just maybe, Nigeria will be able to get their revenge on Ghana, or Ghana will be able to make it 2-0 against them. This one, though, and I'm
sure Ultimate Battle definitely will be there to cover as well. So I think the viewers should expect all of the juice coming on live.
Yeah, for sure. They'll definitely have a hand in it as they did in the first one. 5 minutes going on, the game clock still on God, holding on to that slender 1 goal lead in this one. 3 goals to 2. Guy Khobby has kind of slowed down a bit with now the Kumasi man controlling all of the affairs. And Vespa, you know how it's done already in Ghana. When you play well in a tournament, a lot of teams want to sign you. I believe after the Great Lines, when I got to God texted me, he was like, Charlie, some 3 teams want to sign me. Who make a join? I said, hey.
The poaching has begun.
The poaching has begun. Like, this one has been there since the day and age.
Woo!
Just offside though on this one. For Guy Khobby, looked like he worked it well, but
A
just a bit
painful
too
one.
late.
Trust me.
That was what Vespa was speaking about a couple of minutes ago, about just being a millisecond late, and that's
Yep.
what can come about in
And
that
that's
one.
another
Is she
offside, is
onside
it?
with this one?
Yep. Wow. What a time to be alive for On God. And I'm pretty sure gaming has always been an avenue for people to express themselves. And I'm quite excited for him getting this opportunity to express what he has within him, the talents and the abilities he has. And I can only wish him all the best as he goes on onto the stage. And hopefully he makes a name for himself and for the nation as a whole, as we are still very struggling to reach the world stages. What is our problem, Slimo?
This question for the group.
Because we've seen Guy Khobby, I mean, we've seen Wonder Kid, we've seen these names that we do mention getting the opportunity to actually make themselves present, but then we are always lacking. I mean, to speak of the Nigerians we just mentioned. Sly, are you there?
Yeah, can you hear me, Vespa?
Yeah, I can hear you now.
Yeah, apologies. My mic was a little bit muted. Well,
Not a
I was
problem.
saying that the problem that we do have here in Africa is because of where we find ourselves. Like, taking the whole esports as a main career is kind of difficult. So, whereas in Europe, somebody wakes up, he eats, sleeps the game. In Ghana, Nigeria, you cannot do that. Oh God, though, has broken through again. This guy's unstoppable at this point. That's why. Did you see where that run came from? I'm trying to take a
I did. I did
that.
see that. It was a very well worked goal, and Gullit again getting him that goal, as he did in the previous game as well.
Wow. This is
I can only imagine the music on God is listening to right now. I mean, this will be no brainer.
yeah, it's a no-brainer. Well. Just
I
like we
wish
said,
we could speak to him after the match, because it looks like this is possibly done and dusted. Or do you see redemption for Guy Khobby?
I mean, 20 minutes, just about 20 minutes to go. I wouldn't call it an impossible job because it's still 9-minute house. If he flips the switch a little bit, it could cause some problems for God. He has to be able to get a goal early though, because if he waits too long, then the game might get away from him. It's not an impossible job, but it's a difficult one right now because the Kumasi man certainly cruising. This is where Guy Khobby wants to be. And that should have been the opportunity for him to get one back.
Brilliant movement by the goalkeeper as well. I think On God read, and it is quite obvious that when you are on attack, you definitely are always going to reach for the far post, and that was very good thinking from On God to have moved the goalkeeper in time. But Guy Khobby, at his standard, I think he should have surprised the goalkeeper with that one.
I don't want to blame Guy Khobby too much for shooting far posts, because in the latest part of FC, they have nerfed goalkeeper movement a little bit. So now people cannot move goalkeepers like they did before. So usually when you shoot far post, it score. It finds its way into the back of the net. So I'm not surprised that Guy Khobby shot that one. Just credit to On God that even though they've nerfed goalkeeper movement, he's still able to move it at least slightly. These days when you move it, the goalkeeper just make a slight movement, and he was able to do that. I believe this one might be onside again. That could have been the game surely put to bed. Massive opportunity. And could this have ramifications on this game now after him missing that opportunity?
Jinx this. Please do not jinx this for On God. I did beg you.
Well, for now, he's got to be careful as Guy Khobby makes inroads once more. Credit to On God, dude. The fact that he's blocked all of the passing leads, you can tell clearly that Guy Khobby is indeed struggling. Oh God, another one.
Could be another goal.
Yes.
Yes.
Well, and there you have it. That's certainly the nail in the coffin. That's the dagger right there from Ruud Gullit. This time, he didn't go for a finesse. He went straight for a shot, far post. And just like that, we might have a winner. Wow.
What a fantastic game this has been. coming from the shadows on God, has sprung a massive surprise on the OG, the old cat, the meta god. Unfortunately, nothing seems to be working for him in this game at all.
Well, for guy Khobby, it's quite a surprise to me that he's losing in this fashion because in the last grid lines qualifier, the last chance qualifier, he did find a way to secure a slot. So he is graded now, but well, if this is a matchup, both players are graded.
Maybe Sly, maybe Khobby the fast though. Maybe Charlie for check on them.
He says maybe Khobby the fast. So that's an interesting angle to look at it from. But this could be a massive developing rivalry. Like I said, on God has already been guy Khobby Marshall that play first, but that was 95 overall kickoff, so people didn't really make meaning of that. But here on Ultimate Battle, Ultimate Team Game Mode, 9.5, all of the rules being followed. Now he makes a huge statement. And you know what? These two could be paired again at the VGA grade because both of them have actually been graded. So it will be very interesting to see how that one goes down. 5 minutes to go. And this one for sure will make Kumasi proud. Mind you, Kumasi did lose his first.
Sly, I think your mic has gone off again.
Well, it's back on now. Well, apologies for that. I know
he is putting the game to bed in grand style. Look at that. Root Hullet, hero of the day, and on God is beaming with smiles right there. I love that. I love that. I love that for him.
It's crazy. And that's how we'll wrap up today on God. We draw a little bit of a smile from him. Not surprising at all. And I'm sure it's made the whole of Kumasi really, really proud. That's a proper statement of intent he sent to everybody.
Do you know where which community he comes from, or where he's
I'd have to ask him. I'd have to ask him about that. I don't know the specific part of Kumasi that is coming from, but I'm sure that's a performance that will really send a lot of signals across the whole FC community that, you know what, there might be a new kid on the block that could really, really cause a lot of problems. And if Vespa is impressed with the way you're playing, that you've definitely got to know that you are one of the best in the making right now. Wow, what an incredible game!
I'm impressed, and that was a very easy way to chop 200 Ghana cedis on a nice weekend like this. That's going to set the tone for On God this weekend. And what do you think he's going to be using this money for?
These days, Charlie Ghana make hard.
I don't know
about that one.
Well, that is Ultimate Battle, bringing you the thrill, bringing you the energy, and I have been excited to have come back or made my comeback on this very, very, very excellent show. Thank you, Slymo, for bringing me on. Thank you to Heps and the whole production team. But then let's critically look at this game again. Do you think that if possibly Guy Khobby had switched formations, maybe from the 4-5-1 into something that could have given him maybe a more defensive cover, it could have made a difference? Because, I mean, from the first game, there was a bit of dominance coming in from On God. And if he had really gone to the drawing board, maybe he could have answered that with a better defensive setup.
I think in any way that Guy Khobby was going, it was always going to be difficult for him to switch to a more defensive setup. Because mind you, On God had already won the first game. So now Guy Khobby had to come out of the blocks and win the second game. So it was going to always be difficult for him to go into a defensive shape. So I understand from a Guy Khobby standpoint why he came out all guns blazing in the second leg. But credit to On God, I believe he did an incredible job. It's a best of 3 series and he went on to win the first 2. Like Vespa said, it is indeed a pleasure to be here every single Friday. This is how we will wrap up things here on the show. It's been a wonderful, wonderful day so far. I'll leave it to Vespa to close us out. I know he's done. He hasn't done this in a long time. Let's see the OG back at it.
Well, thank you, ladies and gentlemen, for having joined the stream tonight. Ultimate Battle brings you all the energy you can ever imagine, and it has been an exciting evening, an exciting match to have watched. Kumasi has carried the day Sorry, Accra, you might have your opportunity another time, but tonight it is all about Kumerica, Kumasi, and the Siano boys. Big ups to On God, who came in with all guns blazing. The underdog has carried the day. I think he's an underdog, actually, not an underdog. So yeah, it might have been a slip of tongues, but then of course an underdog he is coming in that way he came in. And so thank you all for joining. We did have a few bit of technical issues, but thank you for staying true and faithful to the stream. We always strive to bring you the best of entertainment and the best of quality in streaming. And so hopefully this is not going to be how it rolls. It's definitely going to get better. And if you did not know, we have actually done a transatlantic journey today. So switching all the way from my brother Slimo, who is in Nigeria at the moment, and myself in the UK, and the Control Hub Ultimate Team also in Ghana. This has been one for the books, a historic edition, I must say, and we hope to be bringing you more of this excitement in subsequent editions. So keep on supporting Ultimate Battle. Don't forget to subscribe if you haven't. Keep bringing in your love and support. I don't know, has anyone won predictions today at all?
I do not think so, because a lot of people were surprised. I don't think anybody won predictions today.
Well, the bookmakers definitely will be keeping their money then, and hopefully On God will definitely be getting a lot of value in the subsequent games. People will probably start to rate him from now, and I'm very, very excited for him. So until we meet again, it has been Ultimate Battle. Stay blessed, guys. We'll catch you again. She love the one in the dreadlocks, and it be in my mind, boss, my boss. To me, Panaya drop from Babylon, catch my boys in the hall upon, so I'ma put it in a robot song, Panaya drop from Babylon, catch my boys in the hall upon, so I'ma put it in a robot.